Fuck you, dude. I don't know why, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
You gotta love that the NFL has
I'm
become.
sick of Taylor Swift.
The NFL has become WWE.
And I guess you like to watch wrestling.
So you say what you're saying is the reffing just sways it.
There
so
was
hard.
two massive calls that were clearly wrong that swayed the game.
And Patrick Mahomes played insane.
Mahomes played great, but when you give a great player multiple chances, they're going to figure it out.
I'm just sick of them, you know?
I'm
Sick of Taylor. I'm sick of the cutaways.
Can I tell you something?
Give me Josh Allen, group chat.
Josh Allen's the homie.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have Patrick Mahomes here one day.
Will you?
Here's
we're going to hold
If
you
you
to
do, I'll
that.
change
yes,
my
I will
opinion.
get Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
It may be in 20 years, but I'll get him.
I remember.
He doesn't even remember the game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna first outline the two calls if you didn't watch the game.
Wait. Forget before you start complaining. We're starting with positivity.
What?
The positivity is,
He has a Chiefs hat on.
I know.
I have Super Bowl champ. Yeah, we're going 3-peat.
I saw him fucking. He was
Chief
and all the way down the hallway.
Chief Pete. Here's what I'll say, because there's the map of America, and everyone was rooting against the Chiefs. Every state.
Oh, how'd they find that?
Just like sentiment. Probably gambling bets is my guess.
Another one of those shitty polls.
Yeah,
like a FanDuel poll.
I'm sure it's something like that. And the only state was probably Missouri that's rooting for the Chiefs. And the problem I have with that is adult sentiment. If you showed up with a bunch of little boys at a football field.
Well, I'd have a lot of questions.
Okay, well, you maybe not. Me, as I show up at a lot of like flag football games, everyone looks like Patrick Mahomes.
Right. As long as
everyone looks like Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
They're wearing the shades. They're wearing Chiefs jersey. He's probably the most popular athlete of the time.
Yeah.
And
it's funny how you really can just
He's the
win
most popular
too much.
NFL athlete for sure. He's like the Steph Curry of the NFL, where all the little kids wear the Steph Curry jerseys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm bringing it to that because my point was, because I was so diehard LeBron, I hated Steph Curry and I did not want him to win. I just it disgusted me to watch him. Right. I hated his guts. And that's a typical sports fan behavior. So I've been there and I kind of regret it now because Steph was like,
you should have rode the bandwagon.
We should have enjoyed it a little more.
I would have still rooted for LeBron. I wish I just appreciated it a little bit, and I couldn't.
I think in hindsight, even me, I was rooting against the Warriors for that whole run.
Yeah.
I appreciated him the entire way.
I didn't appreciate it.
I just didn't want to accept it.
Right.
And I think that's pretty common because sports is one of those things. Sports is like politics. Right? It's equally polarizing. I would argue that more people are passionate about sports than politics.
Yeah.
I know everyone listening to this episode is going to die in disgust because they thought the Chiefs were going to lose. They thought they were going to rub it in my face. But SMD.
Yeah. DEE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SMDEE.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's tough to swallow.
Mahomes is definitely
SMD.
You should change your name to SMD Mersey.
Mahomes has definitely captured the kids. There's no question.
I mean,
every kid wears the 15 jersey.
We're not a sports podcast, but on third down, he could have just ran the ball. They called a throwing play, which is so.
But that's Andy Reid. He's a genius.
But the fact he trusted, no other quarterback's getting that call. He got it. They asked him to throw the ball.
Josh had some pretty big.
Josh Allen, unfortunately, he doesn't win.
I mean, they kept doing these fucking what's that called?
Yeah.
The RPO. The tush push.
Yeah.
Oh. They couldn't do it.
Fucking doing that.
But they got the first down. And the refs
that one.
I know, but they had so many bad ones.
You have to win decisively. You got to win decisively.
I agree.
If you had gotten a full yard ahead, you would have gotten the call.
So look, I'm not taking anything away from Mahomes. He's obviously potentially going to be the GOAT if he wins in 2 weeks.
If he wins in 2 weeks, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT in 2 weeks because no one's done it.
If he doesn't win, he's not the GOAT. He's second GOAT.
There's been a lot of two peats.
Yeah,
There's been
Brady.
two Pete's,
Brady's
Brady's
I think,
but no
two
one's
Pete a
done
couple
3.
times.
But the thing is, you have to accept that the refs are just giving it to him.
Yeah.
There was that
I don't have to
play,
accept that.
Ridiculous.
No.
the receiver, the ball was not a catch.
Yeah.
Romo, who's
He
on
still
the
would have gotten
call,
the first down.
and he's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The tush push, Allen had the first down. Those 2 calls changed the game.
Yeah, you guys are cheaters.
That's what Democrats are called. Losers.
You know what? I like that
You know
side
the-
better. Go Chiefs. I liked it
You
over
want to be
there.
a Democrat or you want to be a world champion?
Do you know what the psyops on this?
Yeah. What?
So Trump was denied 30 years ago to buy the Bills,
Yeah.
buy the Shield. He made the call.
Shut him down. Okay. I see that.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good with that
That's
call.
a psyops.
I'm very.
He wanted
Thank
to
you,
buy the
President
Bills
Trump.
so badly, and they said, no, we don't want you in our
Well,
Shield.
Now they're losers. I do got to say too, like, I feel like we started getting some like early Super Bowl commercial prep, you know, like the commercials were a little better. I don't know if you noticed.
Were they?
Yeah, Post Malone and Shane Gillis.
That one was good.
Yeah.
The Superman preview, horrible.
Yeah,
objectively
I don't
horrible.
care for that. I thought the
Who
Taco
was the
Bell
Superman? They had
idea.
like this dope Superman last time. This guy looks like a clown.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not into those type of movies.
I think State Farm should step away.
No, they did. They already said.
Mahomes and the
I know,
guy,
obviously they're gonna milk this, but they said they're pulling their Super Bowl commercial.
Because why?
because of they're
Oh.
they're pulling insurance from all the people that have
That
their
should be
homes
their
for-
commercial
Right.
of a guy.
I thought they
of
said
the State
they-
Farm guy walking down Palisades. Nope.
Yeah. Right.
Nope.
I thought they made
Nope.
that right. I thought they said that they were going to come back and cover it or something.
I don't know.
If I was a new insurance company launching Super Bowl, I would take the commercial, pay the guy that does the State Farm ads $50 million.
Antonio Brown's been trolling that guy. I don't know if you've seen that.
Hire Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the Super Bowl. If you are a, emerging, one of those charger like firms going after the insurance market, you hire Antonio Brown dressed up like that dork, and you walk around Altadena and Palisades denying everyone
Yeah.
the coverage.
Yeah.
And you fucking steal everyone's business.
I would have done it if I was like a billionaire resident of Malibu. I would have got me and my friends and said, let's do this commercial brought to you by the residents of Malibu.
Yes.
And it's just Antonio Brown ripping on State
I think
Farm.
because in order
It's-
to
what is it,
change,
$6.5 million for a 30-second ad? Is that right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
For rich Malibu people?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Band together.
By the way, if you're really rich, like Larry Ellison, buy 10 minutes. Pay $60 million. A 10-minute commercial. Imagine in the middle of the third quarter, they stop the game.
Just listen to a
and it's just Antonio Brown just walking down, screwing everyone.
I think
else.
For 10
Antonio
minutes.
Brown has to be the spokesperson.
He has to be it.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. I love it. I don't know. Great for football. Great weekend.
Now, what do we have? 1 week off and then Super Bowl?
Yeah, the problem is football is over.
Right.
It's really sad. 35 million people watched last week's game, Chiefs game.
I mean, Bills,
Chiefs 50
they're going
million?
to say 40.
Yeah,
It was 100.
it was $1 billion.
I mean,
Like, who-
today, yeah.
Who did not have that TV on?
Yeah.
Honestly, since we're
And it was a
deporting people who didn't have that on.
Yeah, numbers might have been low.
Yeah, you might have. No, you should deport people if you're not watching this game.
Oh, I see. Just
I
go
mean,
house to house. And
yeah,
let
be
me
like,
see.
yo.
You're out. What's that, SpongeBob? Out of here.
What are you watching? Carry On Netflix?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, during the game, obviously your kids watch. My kids are a little younger.
Yeah.
I just let them do nonsense
Yeah.
so I can keep the TV
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have to like be a proper parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
everybody.
everyone. Yeah. That's just an American
It's
tradition.
America.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, football's over. I just got into football last week.
What are we doing for the next 9 months?
Well, we have one more game.
I know, but that game is more ceremonial.
Yeah.
It's not like, Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Friday.
And college
yeah.
is gone too, right? College is done.
What are we
Yeah.
going to do? I'm not into March Madness. That's stupid.
That's 2 weekends.
And I don't even watch the first one. I'll watch Final Four. I'll watch a couple NBA playoffs. If Lakers are far, I'll watch that.
When are playoffs?
April, May.
April, May, yeah.
Yeah, second week of April usually.
Yeah, I get you guys really get screwed here, huh?
And then summer baseball's
Oof.
Tough.
Summer's
I'll watch
rough.
October baseball.
Yeah, summer's rough.
Summer, that's why you have to go to Europe.
Yeah, that's why Europe is popping.
Yeah.
If there was NFL, Europe would be. If
He's
Trump
dead.
wanted to kill Europe,
Yeah.
he's how he's taking out Colombia today. If he wants to take out Europe,
Yeah. Summer football.
summer football
Yeah.
season starts May 20,
25
Memorial Day.
games.
Yeah.
Memorial Day. We have a 5-game series. 5-game series, just to take out Europe.
Yeah.
D-Day.
I mean, people watch the hard knocks of the training camps. Or sorry, what was it? The OTAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had millions and millions of people want to watch OTAs, which OTAs for people is where coaches aren't allowed to be there. So it's just the players
Just
fucking around.
Right. It's just crazy to me, like how big of I mean, maybe that's why it's so big. It's so big, but the season's so short,
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe that's part of why.
I mean, Goodell already said he's adding another game.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the poor players are just going to get really fucked
I
up.
don't know. They seem fine. I saw DeMar Hamlin getting burnt.
The players, yeah. Well, you got to check in with them in 10 years. They're fine today. They have like cortisol shots and fucking,
I don't know. I think the technology of the helmets and the recovery.
I see people getting knocked out left and right. There was that guy like last week or the week before had like the extra padded helmet, knocked out. They get knocked out so quick.
Yeah, I mean it's a dangerous sport.
I know, but like you catch a ball, land in the end zone, knocked out.
The Eagles Commanders game, there was a play, and Tom Brady, who's played 20 years, he said, ouch, 3 times as he watched the replay of like some tackle. And Brady is probably the most capable person of understanding how much that hurts.
Yeah.
He's very recent.
Yeah.
He's not like Romo. Romo hasn't played in 15 years. Or
Yeah, and
whatever.
he's like, ouch, ouch, ouch.
I can't believe how beat up they get. Like when I
think
see
they're
this,
less beat up today than they were 20 years.
that's probably
I'm
true.
excited that Brady is doing the Super Bowl.
Is he?
It's Fox.
Okay, good. That's exciting.
He was really good. I don't know if you watched the first game.
Dominic had a basketball game and it was silent, and then I watched the game silent at home.
But he's like, Romo's mailing it in. He has no idea who any player is.
Like, oh, what's that?
Yeah. Tom's literally like, he's going to throw it to that guy, and then he fucking throws it to that guy. It's so crazy. It's so nuts to
Well,
watch.
it's good. I mean, it's sad that football season is coming to an end.
Yeah.
2 weeks we got a Super Bowl, so we'll have a lot of content leading up to the Super Bowl.
You said you're going or no? Undecided.
I'm undecided still.
Yep.
Just because my kids are so into it now, I kind of feel guilty.
Right.
Not watching it with them.
That makes sense.
I'm booked. I'm going.
You going?
Have a.
If I had a private plane, I would go.
You could be so in and out.
And then I would take them.
Right.
But I do not.
Right. A little more work to do. Yeah.
If I could go in the morning, take them, come back.
I will say that this Super Bowl, because I don't know if it's a city, and this is before the teams were decided, that it doesn't seem that of a destination that people want to go to.
Well, there's a reason why. You know what happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think that has turned
Because
off.
the flights prices haven't changed.
No,
changed. Sorry.
I think it's nothing against New Orleans. I think generally speaking, it's an undesirable location. And then you add on the fact that they had the attack.
Yeah.
It scared like an average person. Why risk it?
I'd be kind of scared right now in like large groups like that, like a targeted event like that.
Look, I think people are already on edge.
Yeah.
This adds a level of, I don't know, it's just scary. And, New Orleans, for people in LA, New Orleans might as well be another country.
Yeah.
True. Although, did you see that New York, did you guys already talk about this? New York
No.
beat like their record for the longest days without a shooting.
I heard 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are looking up last week.
So what's interesting is I was in New York the week before last.
Mm-hmm.
And I never stay in lower Manhattan. I always stay in Midtown.
Yeah.
So Lower Manhattan, Soho,
Tribeca.
Yeah.
I stayed in that area. Where did I stay? I stayed in Soho. And no traffic. 0 traffic. because of the congestion pricing.
Really?
In lower Manhattan. Zero fucking traffic. I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, it took me 6 minutes to get to a meeting.
So you're saying it's a good thing that they had
it worked. And what's funny is I talked to someone I work with, the born and bred New York, Brooklyn. And I was like, what do you think? And he's like a man of the people type guy. He's like, it's a privilege to go into Manhattan. He's like, you don't just get to go to Manhattan. And he doesn't even live in Manhattan. He lives in Brooklyn, deep Brooklyn.
Right.
And Brooklyn's just as expensive.
Yeah,
as
but
Manhattan.
his point was, you don't need to go to Manhattan to get a hot dog.
Right.
Like, if you want to go to Manhattan, you got to pay a price. Like anything in life, you want to go somewhere nice, you pay a price. And I will tell you, because of that, the subways are slammed.
Really?
Slammed. So I was uptown. I had to come down for a meeting. And I looked at the Google Maps. The subway's like 15 minutes faster. So I'm like, fine, I'll take the subway. And literally wall-to-wall people.
That's what they wanted, though, right?
Yeah, they wanted. And look, I think it worked, which is interesting because you rarely see like things like that actually have an impact.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Especially like the
if
desire.
you're a driver downtown Manhattan, it's a lot easier to get around. I'm excited for the summer, or like when the weather warms up. Usually the traffic is substantially worse, and I'd rather just bike ride. Honestly, like I'll take a city bike and just bike around.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Biking
in Manhattan.
Yeah, you just there's red.
I mean, there's a lot of people that delivery guys that get hit.
Yeah, because they're running the light.
You don't
I'm
mind
a law-abiding citizen.
You don't feel like it's sketchy?
Biking, no, because
cool.
I'm not aggressive. When I bike in LA, if I were to bike in LA, I would be aggressive because you run lights, whatever. In New York, you don't do that shit.
Yeah,
it's too scary.
Yeah, I'm really curious if it holds up in the summer. It will, probably, right?
I think so. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, you go there every other week, so
we'll know.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, we'll know.
What's up with Deepseek?
Deepseek.
You call it Deepseek? Is that Patrick Mahomes' new app?
Patrick Mahomes' AI company.
Yeah. Deepseek taking over the internet, huh?
So Deepseek started bubbling earlier this week, and I started seeing people talk about it, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then I found out it's a Chinese app. Mm-hmm. And then what made me take it seriously was Mark Andreessen tweets on like Thursday or Friday, this is one of the biggest breakthroughs we've ever seen.
Damn.
And I was like, oh shit. Okay, now I need to like really dive in. Because a guy like him, and he's not invested in it, right? Like he's just, a commentator on technology. So Deepseek, it's so fascinating on like so many levels. So the guy who started it runs a quant fund. Quant fund is like Citadel, AQR.
They're a trader.
But you understand data.
Right.
And he decided over the last couple of years, like, oh, I'm going to get a bunch of researchers from this university in China, and I'm going to find engineers that could build this product. And they claim it's under 10 million, but China lies. So let's assume it's 10x. Right? Because they're not going to give the actual amount because they want to look like they beat America.
Yeah. That's the PSYOP.
What's that?
That's the PSYOP.
Yeah, that's a PSYOP. But let's assume it's $100 million.
Let's assume it's 10 billion. Because that's what I think it really is. Because there's all these GPUs that went to Singapore. That's the PSYOP.
Yeah. So
Singapore is not a real country.
Let's like actually explain that. So NVIDIA has a cap on what they can sell to China. The back door is through Singapore.
Yeah.
So you can sell to Singapore and Singapore can sell to China.
Right.
And 22% last quarter was Singapore.
Yes, correct.
Of revenue.
Damn.
And Singapore is not a big country.
No. There's like 8 people there.
That's crazy.
There's more people in the Chiefs than Singapore.
There's more people watching the Chiefs game than Singapore.
That's honest. Yeah.
But anyways, they somehow got these GPUs. And like everyone on tech Twitter has an opinion on this right now. And it's unclear how much money they spent, how they got the GPUs, did they manufacture it themselves, and did they do it on like a lower grade GPU because you couldn't get the NVIDIA GPU?
Right.
But regardless, this app is now number one in the App Store, and they open source the data. So if you're a developer, you don't use OpenAI, Grok, XI anymore because it's borderline free.
Yeah.
And you can build a game, you can build a website, you can build anything on this thing. And anyone can do it. And if you look at the futures market right now, NVIDIA is down 5%, which I know doesn't sound big, but on a $3 trillion company, that's massive. Yeah.
Right.
And all the Mag 7's down. And is this an existential threat that this random quant guy figured out? Regardless if CCP spent all the money, they're giving it for free.
We got to ban it.
I
throw it in with TikTok.
Go ahead.
My feeling is, I think I agree, regardless of how much money they spent. And I don't believe they spent $4 and a Taco Bell burrito and they built it.
I agree with that. No, I know they spend more money.
So, to me, that's the psyop. The scarier problem is that in a pretty short period of time, they copied it and did it. And I think if you assume that now that is possible at any given moment, then all the CapEx that all of these huge tech companies are spending, on last week at Davos, Trump got everyone to commit all this money and whatever. Trump doesn't know anything about this. He just said, you need to commit 600 billion. So he got all these people to commit to it. Satya committed 80. I'm in for 80 billion. This guy's in for 30.
Massa
50.
said 500.
Yeah, whatever. Massa said 500. That becomes less relevant when like these guys copied everything you did in a week
and giving it for free.
So here's where I think
there's so many things to.
So the one thing I want to unpack is we're getting hacked daily. I guarantee you some OpenAI researcher that's probably like the top chief researcher is on TikTok all day.
Just so I'm clear, what you're saying is they copied OpenAI?
Yes.
And added innovations.
So basically, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the shortest version of it.
Right.
They basically looked at OpenAI's code. They looked at Grok. They looked at XAI and they said, we could do this for free.
Yeah. Why the fuck?
You got to imagine this has to be a CCP program, right?
Right. 100%. But like, what are we stealing from them? Why does it feel like this is so one-sided?
Here's the thing. I just want to remind you guys. We have Patrick Mahomes. They have nobody. Who do they have?
I hate looking at you with your Chiefs hat. It's so annoying.
Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl.
I know. The problem is we're gonna be like we're gonna be like influencers, and they're gonna be the business
we have
owners.
Patrick Mahomes. That's not.
No, he's a really big influencer.
I'll give you. No. I'll give you like
that's what he is. That's what he is. At the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is a massive influencer.
So I'll give you.
I disagree.
They're gonna be the NFL. We're gonna be working for them.
I'll give you a quick timeline.
They don't have Patrick Mahomes.
Quick timeline. Thursday, I started seeing Deepseek on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Like, why is everyone after the Andreessen tweet?
Mm-hmm.
And I put it in my like tech WhatsApp group with all the people you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on here? And no one really had an answer.
Really? It was that quick?
And then today, it's insanity.
That was Thursday?
Yes.
Jesus.
And then Sunday, which is today, they were like, everyone thought TikTok was the spyware. This is the spyware.
This is way worse.
This is way worse.
And people were, here was the debate in my tech chat. Because you can literally eliminate so many engineers in all your companies if you can use this effectively.
Right.
Like if you have one engineer that figures out how to use Deepseek, you don't need any engineers, right? It's all done. I've seen so many things on Twitter, like you can build off Python, you can build off all these different codes. Like it's so easy. And everyone's breaking it down, how easy it is to do.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be technical. So then everyone was talking about how if you're a US company, how can you use Deepseek because they will steal all of your ideas and
everything.
Why
data.
would you use
Yeah.
it?
But then I countered saying, if you're a VC-backed company that's losing money, what's your choice?
Right.
If this is the cheapest version,
Right.
because OpenAI is 10x the cost.
I know, but it'll drop today.
But I just don't.
OpenAI and XAI and Grok need to be subsidized like the auto companies.
Yeah, but Grok's basically free already. It's OpenAI is the loser, not X.
But why are we letting
Elon's
them?
gonna backstop it? Doesn't matter.
Why are we letting them do? We're just letting
Why
them.
don't we
Why
just
are we
block them on
letting
the-
them launch in the US
We're
App
just letting
Store?
them rape and pillage. We're letting them steal our technology, then
here-
launch in
here-
our app store.
Here's
Then
what's gonna happen.
what the fuck are we
But
doing?
It's been a week. I'm just gonna let you know.
Ban it.
David Sachs is gonna pull up tomorrow to Trump. China.
China. Remember China?
And Trump's gonna be when he hits that fucking hole in one.
Yep.
Deepseek, get the fuck out of here.
Out of here.
He should ban it.
I think.
Why do we let them do that? Is
But-
ChatGPT in China?
No, but that's a good question. I don't know if ChatGPT. is in China.
I don't know anyone in China.
I can ask. I'll ask someone in China.
Can you ask ChatGPT?
The funny thing is there's someone on Reddit asked Deepseek about who's the guy with the shopping bag in front of the tank and talking about Tiananmen Square, and he goes,
Yeah. No, there's no Tiananmen
yeah.
Square.
"Yeah,
ChatGPT, no.
it's Black Bent."
Yeah, it says no. I'm not available in China due to restrictions on certain internet
We're
services.
morons.
We're
Well,
morons.
It's a week.
This
This is
this launched
but they
this
built
week.
their whole
Let me ask you a question. It's very simple. We're talking about how American policy should be run. Policy should be run. Today, a plane of Colombians who got deported
Yeah, this is
landed
good.
in Colombia, and the president of Colombia decided to not let them in.
Yep.
And he said, "You got to leave." And Trump fired back with 25% tariffs. That guy fired back with 50% tariffs. But he paid for the flight back for the Colombians.
No, but it's not clear they got back.
Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you.
No, it's,
America.
I'm telling you right
no,
now,
listen,
now at 8 p.m. or whatever time it is,
Listen.
the migrants didn't get sent back.
Okay, that's fine. Listen what I'm going to tell you. 100%, we are going to crush Colombia to the fucking ground because there's no impact on our economy. Zero. Coffee. Everyone's talking about coffee. We can get coffee from anywhere.
People need cocaine.
I think they mean cocaine when they say coffee.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but here's my point is that this is a great example. The Colombia example is a great example of governments want to play tough. Fine, you're allowed to play however you want. It's a free world. You need a leader on the other side who's going to play tough with them. You don't want the plane of illegal immigrants in our country, then you got to face the consequences of. If America has to take those people back, I'm with the 100% tariff.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Crippled the country.
I agree. I just hope you're right, and I hope it changes because it's so one-sided.
So I think what will happen now.
So Colombia is irrelevant in terms of what the impact on trade and economy is.
Right.
DeepSeek is very relevant.
Yes, I think it happened so fast. And right now,
I'm glad a guy like David Sachs, who's obviously equipped to understand what's going on, and he can.
The one issue I have with David Sachs that he may say it's okay is because it's open source and he's like a true tech nerd, and tech nerds like open source.
And it'll help its companies.
Yes.
Well, it drives down the costs of every tech company.
But I think that'll happen in the free market no matter what. I don't think OpenAI is going to keep charging $200 a month for their pro version when there's a zero version available.
It honestly is
AI should probably be owned by the government.
Did you download DeepSeek?
Yeah.
That's good.
I would never. I'm American.
Same.
I'm a Chiefs fan.
And you used it?
I mean, I just played around
I'm
with
not
it.
judging, but it was.
But I asked them, I was like,
I'm not gonna judge you.
I'm not interrogating.
I downloaded it.
You should buy a T-shirt. Harris Seek.
And I just said, how do I build a program?
Yeah.
What language should I use?
But you could do that in
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
But I'm just saying the user interface was good. It was good.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the exact same.
Yeah.
They're copycatters. China.
Why do we let them do that?
Do you remember in the Olympics?
All right, let's.
The young Chinese woman.
Why don't we do two things?
When someone was sitting, it was like a gymnastics thing, and one of the people winning gold was like biting the gold.
Oh, and then she did it
and
too.
then she just bit the silver.
Right.
They're copycats. The entire culture is.
But why do we let them
America.
do that?
Let's do
and then
something.
they launch here, and they have the biggest social media platform.
I don't have a problem with the copycatting. You should copycat. You see something good, copy it. The more important thing is we have to ban it.
But shouldn't like our same IP theft laws? Shouldn't we enforce that?
I know. I think previous administrations have been very slow or not at all to react.
But that's what I'm talking about when I say copycat.
So I'm curious.
You can copy.
To me, I would be.
But they're stealing.
If Trump does not be pro-America on tech, then I would have a problem with them, and I'll call him out on it. And
I'm curious about your opinion, because you just said you're fine with copycats.
I'm fine with copycats,
but you're not fine with theft.
I'm not fine. I'm fine with copycats and theft, but then you can't be in this country.
Right, but I think we should try to police both. I think that copycat and IP is going to be tough. Not being in the country is much easier, but we're allowing both, and we should.
You could make the argument that Temu, Shein should be banned because it's hurting American businesses.
They should be.
I like that argument. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't thought about it enough to honestly like have a say, but we don't. I mean, once again, is it reciprocal? Is all of our businesses have the same opportunity there?
That's the key piece. So
how's the Amazon China platform?
Here's what I would say. In apparel and consumer goods, it is reciprocal, right? We are allowed to sell in that country.
Yeah.
So you can make the argument that Temu and Shein is fine because we get to sell it in China.
But is there just a thriving Amazon China business?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to go deep state,
I'm not completely sold on banning Shein and Temu. It's just it's IP theft. And then also using that to create products that they sell back to us.
If you want to go deep state, I think it's the price we pay.
Deepseek,
deep state, whatever you want to call it, is that the only way the U.S. government exists is issuing treasuries.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest owner of treasuries is China.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to let them do this shit.
Right, but doesn't that just seem like horribly...
I don't know if they're the biggest anymore. I think Warren Buffett is. I think Warren Buffett is the single biggest owner of U.S. treasuries. Ask ChatGPT.
Ask Josh.
Deepseek.
No
don't ask Deepseek.
Somebody ask Deepseek.
No, they're the biggest owners of treasuries.
I don't know
and we know that we have to issue debt. We have $35 trillion of debt. We have $2 trillion of interest.
Right, but how do we let that happen, I guess, is my... Like, how do you let yourself get into a strategic...
If Trump and Xi talk tomorrow...
Yeah.
And... he's like, I got to shut down Shein, Temu, Deepseek, and
Japan.
then what's that?
Japan is the biggest.
Really?
What is China?
Number 2.
How many trillions?
Japan owns 1 trillion and China owns 800 billion because they've been selling off. They have no money.
You're like, okay, how do I fund the government?
Right, but also isn't the entire Chinese economy U.S. manufacturing? Like at the end of the day, don't we have the upper hand?
Of course we do. But
that's what I'm saying. So it's just a poorly played hand.
We have like having the politicians with the understanding of the nuances of global trade.
It's like having the way better poker hand, but being a terrible poker player.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't know if Trump has that understanding of it either.
Yeah.
I think.
But he does have the like America first, fuck yeah attitude.
I agree, but like you still need to understand the nuance of it.
Of where your leverage is.
And like, I don't know if Elon appreciates it because Elon wants to be in China selling Teslas.
Yeah.
So like he to me is a muddy water there. There are probably other people in the party that are a little bit more sensitive to, I'm with you. Like we should fuck all of it.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's
just we have the power. We have the leverage.
Yeah, we have all the leverage. The problem is you have to understand what to block.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I say leave TikTok, ban Deepseek.
Oh, come on. TikTok is gone.
I'll let Temu stay. Shein goes.
Here's my thing. I think TikTok either gets banned or Larry Ellison owns it.
I don't think it's getting banned.
So then
If
Larry
it
Ellison's
was going to get banned, it would be banned by now.
No, I think it was like a favor to the Susquehanna crew who donated obscene amounts of money to Trump's campaign. He had to give him the nod, be like, hey, okay, I got you.
It's still not on the App Store.
No, it's not an Apple App Store. It's not been since the ban.
Yeah.
And so I think.
So if you didn't download TikTok before, you can't
fucked.
ban it?
No.
You can't.
If you just
sorry.
turned 13 and your parents gave you a phone, you are in.
Yes. We are a pariah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're screwed.
We have to spend $10,000 on StockX to get
Yeah.
an iPhone with TikTok
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, I have an employee who works with influencers, and she silly when the ban happened, she deleted it, and now she can't get it back.
I didn't know that.
So dumb.
I honestly didn't know
So
that.
she had a job.
Well, we need to give her a phone. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you panic? I told everyone, like, everything's going to be
You know
fine.
what's funny is the TikTok influencers, at least the guys,
Mm-hmm.
like the Josh Richards, Noah Beck, they're all doing the dances again.
Really?
Well, it's like the last time.
And
Last
I'm
hurrah.
curious why they're doing it, because they all
Yeah.
stayed away from that the last 2 years.
That's funny. Might be nostalgia. It might be the last hurrah.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a ode to why you got famous. And because I saw a couple like people that I follow on TikTok are like, oh, that's why I originally followed them. They had like a cool dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
It's just, man, I don't know. I hope the shit gets,
I think it's tit for tat. I think it's
because
just
the problem with the Deepseek bullshit is that they said they had $6 million. No one believes that.
no, it's a lot. I don't think it's 6 billion like OpenAI spent.
But Singapore has no chat GPT. They have no AI.
no, it's in China.
I know, but Singapore
Yeah.
bought a lot of fucking
So
chips.
what
like, why do we even
what
sell
really
them chips?
actually
No, but
Um,
NVIDIA, that is a different problem.
I know, I understand. But I'm just
NVIDIA's-
like, why don't we,
You can't.
like, you can just squeeze their whole, we own all of it.
what
Like, we
really
are-
brought it to my attention, other than the Mark Andreessen tweet, was Alexander Wang, not the designer,
Yeah.
the founder and CEO of Scale AI.
Mm-hmm.
He was at Davos with Andrew Sorkin on
Mhm.
CNBC,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like screaming from the mountaintop, I don't know how they got GPUs. I don't know how they got this. We have a ban on this. How are they able to do what they're doing?
Right.
And that's another concern. How are they able to?
Yeah, we
Like,
just,
what's the
it's just
trade?
sloppy.
Like,
Yeah, well-
selling to Singapore and then backdoors to China? Is America just turning a blind eye?
But here's my question. Like, what do we get? What are we getting out of this whole deal?
In terms of what?
Couple cool dances?
China. Like, what are we
Of
getting?
TikTok?
Just all of it.
No,
Well,
the
I
GPU.
mean,
All
what
this
I just
leniency.
explained.
No, what I'm saying is all of this leniency. What do we get in exchange?
So I think I do believe the leniency is over. And I think there's a nuance to leniency. Because I'll tell you what we get.
Mhm.
The one thing that I think people don't appreciate is we do get cheap goods. Cheap goods out of China is very important for America.
Right, but that also fuels their entire economy.
Yes, but we don't have another option right now.
I know, but they benefit from that pretty heavily too.
Yes,
is
I
what
agree.
I'm saying.
I think we're joint at the hip on that.
I agree with you 100%. So what I'm saying is, outside of that, all the other stuff where it just feels like we're so lenient.
Yeah, I think there was this fear that China was going to be this world superpower. We can all agree. Zohan said it.
Yeah.
That's a clown show over there.
Yeah, he was right.
He was dead. I mean, honestly, with Trump in power, China could be done in like 5 years.
Yeah, seems like it might be done next year with their economy issues, and it all seems like a house of cards.
We get rid of Deepseek, it's out of here.
Yeah, I just yeah, Deepseek. Yeah, I just don't get why we're so, like, on a most basic level, why are they able to operate businesses completely freely here, no questions,
Yeah.
and we can't there?
We got weak as a country.
Yeah.
People don't understand that running a country is way different than running a business.
Yeah,
And when you run a country, the moment you are playing defense, you're conquered.
Right.
You literally get conquered. And that's what happened in Europe. Europe got soft on everything and got conquered by immigrants.
Yeah.
And I think in America, like, by the way, like no country is tolerant on most of this shit.
Right.
India's not tolerant. China doesn't allow immigration. India doesn't fucking allow immigration. None of these countries allow immigration.
Right.
And we have to be very stern on this is our policy on this. And yes, there's going to be consequences and people are going to lose jobs. People are going to lose people to dance to, but it's over.
Right.
So just to tie a bow on Deepseek, because we've talked about it for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
My quant friend, I mentioned to him that there was a quant that
Quant.
that
is his name Jake Kwan?
It's actually close to his name.
I was like, this quant guy in China was able to figure this out. So he started like going on a deep dive, and he had a friend who's in Google AI research. And so he reached out to him. He goes, this is causing a massive stir internally.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure.
Google is like freaking out, which is crazy.
They all have to be.
Yeah, you should be freaking out because it's definitely not.
And like, you know who I'm talking about, and he only knows senior people. It's not like he knows like a junior engineer, whatever.
No, you should be freaking out because it just proved that anyone can do it if they have money.
This is why it's good that the whole front row at the inauguration was tech people.
Yeah, it really was. I don't think people like the average American appreciates that tech is the new defense industry, and we should.
It is. It's the new military industrial complex.
Yeah, but like it's not in the sense of Anduril. It is Google. It's Microsoft. It's Facebook.
No. I'm saying tech is what's going to define the world going forward.
Yeah.
And I think we are still the global superpower on that, but we should not let anyone come close.
Keep giving.
By the way, we shouldn't even allow VCs in America to invest in any technology that can compete with America. It's fucking illegal. Ban it.
I agree with that too.
Well,
I think VCs should not be allowed to invest in a disruptive technology that competes with America.
That's stealing.
Yeah. So they do end arounds. Like, so Sequoia claims Sequoia China has nothing to do with Sequoia America.
Ban it. Ban the whole fund.
That's very TikTok-y.
Ban Sequoia America. Ban Sequoia China. I don't like it. Fuck you guys.
That's what they do.
Ban them.
That's what all the VCs do. They have a.
I know.
Oh, we're China only.
I'm not down
That's
with that.
TikTok. That's what TikTok does here.
Yeah. I ban them all.
Even Code 2. You saw the guy on All-In. He's invested in all of China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm sorry.
And he's, has a $150 billion fund.
Yeah, that really fucks up the incentives. Yeah.
No bueno.
Mm-mm.
And he, what's crazy about, that episode, I know Drama, you listened.
Yeah.
He's made so much money in China and he's like, America first, Trump, but you're investing in China.
Yeah, I don't really, someone would once again have to sell me on the perspective there. That to me seems stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Don't say the America first then. Just be the hustler.
Money first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sure
I'm
there's
okay if you say money first.
Yeah,
you can't say America first.
Yeah. I think everyone's getting kind of fooled, in my opinion, because Silicon Valley is.
What about Stephen Miller? Is he getting fooled? Because it doesn't seem like he's getting fooled.
No, he hates everyone that's not white. So he's not fooled at all. He knows where he stands.
Very clear on
He
his.
knows where he
Stephen
stands.
Miller and Steve Bannon are pretty enough.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing with tech. And
Well, they're about money.
if you think about all tech came in line with Trump. Trump's entire thing is America first. How many of these tech investors have Chinese investments? And if they do,
But the companies don't.
divest immediately.
You have to.
I agree.
If you want to be in the Trump world.
Yeah.
If you don't, then who cares?
Yeah.
Keep doing your hustle and keep making your money. But don't pretend, oh, this is the first time we have someone that's going to stand up for us and this and that.
Well, Facebook, Google, and
so
Microsoft
Code 2 should
Yeah.
should divest their ByteDance stance.
Yeah, I just don't get when you have someone that's so clearly hostile towards us and towards our businesses. Why are we investing in theirs? I just don't get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Once again, if Facebook was there, if Google was there, if everyone was there.
I agree.
Yeah, my only point is don't be so pro-Trump, given his stance, which is America first.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then invest in China.
I don't have a problem with that take. It's never made sense to me why these people make huge investments in Chinese companies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we could do a Crunchbase and find out who all these people invested.
Yeah, everyone has done it.
All of them. What do you want to talk about? Sports betting?
Yeah.
People are just fucking. What is this? Just the American psyche that is like, I'm going to get rich. I'm going to hit it big, quick.
Yes. It's literally, I had said this a few episodes ago, and I've said this many, many, many times. Sports gambling in America should be illegal.
I hate to say it, but I agree with that too. What's the problem? Americans just love like long shot Hail Mary
What do you
bets.
think? I don't even know if you know anything about sports betting. What do you think the most popular thing to bet on is? As a sports bettor.
Over under on Kelsey yards.
No, it's parlays.
Right. Oh, parlay. I didn't even think about parlays.
Yeah.
So that's
Nobody
like
wants
essentially
to bet.
their
It's a similar
options
thing.
trading.
Yes, it's similar to in the stock market. If you invest in stocks over a longer horizon,
Yeah.
you make money.
Yep.
But if you invest in options, you lose everything.
Right.
And so in sports betting, okay, so if you bet a game and you bet the spread, it's 50-50.
Yeah, you bet 100 to win $110.
Yes. And you bet the Chiefs today, you won.
Yeah.
You bet the Eagles today, you won. But if you bet the Commanders to the Bills,
You're like 2.5
to
X.
Chiefs,
Yeah.
30 points, you lost. You lost everything.
Yep. That's what we're doing.
And why is because you're looking for the big win.
Right.
Similar to investing, everyone's looking for the big win. It's what's happening in crypto.
Yeah, that's
You want to invest in the shit coin because the shit coin may get you $1 million.
Yeah.
In gambling, a parlay, people I see every day on Twitter, 43 team parlay. They lost the 43rd game. They could have won $6 million for a $10 bet. That's
But that's the issue in psychology. I think, especially in the social media era, that everyone wants to get rich overnight.
Yeah.
And no one wants to just sit on a 10, 12-year horizon and see if they make money.
So if I were to say ban sports gambling, would I be a communist?
Yeah, because it's banning free speech, free
It's not
volition.
banning free speech.
Well, free
You can
volition.
still free.
Well, I don't understand. I'm sure there's a good argument for it. I don't understand why it would make you a communist. You're not allowed to, there's rules on buying guns. You're not allowed to buy certain drugs. You're not allowed to, you have to wear seatbelts. There's plenty of laws against things that are supposed to be harmful.
You would go the seatbelt route on this.
I think that the route is that it's, I don't know. Is it something that's more harmful than good?
I was a degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
I have not placed a bet in 9 years.
But yeah.
I lost a lot of money and I never want to bet again. I can't even bet, not even joking, $10 on a game now.
I just have trouble seeing, other than that it maybe raises the excitement level, I have trouble seeing who consistently gambling is a net positive for, other than 0.001%.
Yeah, of course. But can you I'm more curious of if I were to create a petition to ban gambling.
Yeah. Why it makes you a communist?
Yes.
I have trouble because I lean more towards you.
Okay, so you're
I have trouble with the argument of, because I think it's like, cocaine is illegal too. Some people
have a good time with it.
Dabble, have a great time. It's not a problem, but most, it's a problem.
Yeah. So Brian Armstrong tweeted something today that 1 million tokens. Brian Armstrong's the CEO of Coinbase. That 1 million tokens are being launched a week.
Oh my God.
Shit coins.
And he's like, we need to figure out, Because he typically has to go to the SEC or whatever to.
But they're launching coins every day now.
And now he's like, we have to rethink it just for demand and how people like, is that good or bad? That's gambling.
Gambling.
1 million tokens a week?
How come we haven't launched a token?
We should. I guarantee
might
the
as
group
well.
chat token. I think we get to 1 million market cap.
I want to do Harrison Butker.
No, do Mahomes. What are you talking about?
Because Butker would be funny.
Well, you might as well do both. If they're doing 1 million a day,
I'm going to do Jackson Mahomes.
do the whole team.
Because Jackson Mahomes is back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, we do a group chat token. I guarantee you we'll get to 1 million market cap.
Yeah, I think all of it is so nuanced. And I think the line between like freedom and safety, I don't know on the coins, but on the gambling, I just have trouble seeing who consistently wins. Other than like, there's a few people that are just really, good at it or have a technique
No,
or
the
whatever.
house wins.
Right. But that's my point is like, it just seems predatory.
It is. And
it seems very addictive and it seems cocaine-ish. Really fun for a short amount of time and then you crash and you're out of money and you feel like shit.
yeah, I agree. And then
I mean, what am I describing? Cocaine or sports betting?
No difference. And I think that's my problem with it is I'm really nervous about where we are at, like a middle class person. I'm trying to compare it to 20 years ago. Where was a middle class person losing all their money on their side hobby? Like, what were they doing? Gambling? What else?
but they didn't even have access to gambling.
Yeah, because it would
you'd have to go to
bookie.
Vegas.
Yeah, or they would
Or
have
you
a bookie, and
which
you had
is-
to put the
and
cash
there's a lot
up.
of friction.
Yeah. What were they doing 20 years ago where you could lose all your life savings?
Buying property, leveraging.
Leveraging, buying property. You've seen Silver Lining Playbook. Those guys can't figure out how to do that shit. Those Eagles fans, they're dummies.
Yeah, probably weird gambling with bookies and stuff. It's just way easier now. It's just way...
That's my
And, like,
point. Is that
gamified.
like, was it hard? Because like
You're saying, was it harder to lose all your money in the 90s versus 2025?
Well, now all the people from the 90s fucking own houses and shit.
no, but I'm trying to figure out like
Like,
If
part of why
you're-
the American dream is
if you're
dead.
30-year-old in 1994
Yeah.
and you had whatever the equivalent of was a good salary, can you lose all your money? We know today
You can lose it overnight.
you're gonna
Yeah, you can with like a bookie.
tonight. Tonight.
Yeah.
If you bet
Literally.
the Commanders and Bills,
Yeah.
your
You're broke.
fortune's
Yeah.
gone.
And then and then by the way, NASDAQ futures, I just looked, is down 400 points.
All because of Deepseek.
Yeah. Deepseek.
We got to ban it, dude.
Ban
Look, I think it's...
Deepseek gets banned, we're up 1,000 points.
I'm not kidding. I think there's probably a valid argument for why that's part of this whole argument of why like
Communism.
older generations like own houses and things. And now those aren't... They didn't have the fucking constant temptation and apps to gamble on shit coins and parlays. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's like not a fully baked thing, but like I do think it's worse now than it was.
I mean, yeah, I'm really trying to figure out what in the 80s, 90s, 30-something-year-old could have lost their wealth in. This environment. So I deleted the Phantom wallet from a few years ago. Obviously,
The Solana stuff.
I got a little itch, so I downloaded it the other day.
The what? Wait, what are you talking about?
Phantom wallet is
is
how
how
you
you-
get all the shit coins.
Oh,
Yeah. It's basically like a Solana gateway.
Yeah. So I had a few.
So that's how you get Trump.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Now it's
all
like
that.
everyone.
So
yeah.
I had it, and I lost a bunch of money, so I deleted it.
Yeah.
And then when Trump came, I fucking downloaded it. It's so easy.
Is it?
So easy to put money in there.
It's an exchange, like a.
Yes. It's,
I mean, 1 million coins a week, bro.
it's
I mean, I'm not kidding. Probably, I don't even know how to say how common. Maybe just as common as sports betting that I hear about in my daily life. I hear about just people who know nothing about investing, like having little brainstorms about shitcoins It's
Yeah.
so common.
Yeah, that's my point.
I mean, you could see the volume.
Think about
I know,
it.
but
It's called a shit coin. Do you know what shit is?
I know.
It comes out of your ass.
You know what the
You could
problem?
literally, instead of McDonald's, it could be called shit Donald's, and people are going to eat there.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
Eating shit.
They realize they're gambling on shit coins.
Shit. You know what shit is?
and
But it's not even, it's called a shit coin. It's not even.
they're
Literally
confusing
that.
it with a trading card. That's what everyone. That's the new hustle. It's like
Yeah.
NFTs, right? It's a new
What is it?
trading card.
Shit coins?
Yeah, like the Trump coin, Ivanka coin, which is down 80%.
I mean, who bought that?
I mean, Ivanka coin. I was literally.
If I would buy a coin, it'd be Melania over Ivanka. Sorry.
But anyways,
right. She is a best-selling
People are-
author.
This is the NFT hustle right now.
Yeah.
Meme coins are collectibles.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
what they're saying. Sachs said it himself. He's the crypto czar.
He's a collectible. I
It's
agree with that. I
crazy.
think it is similar to sports cards. Like people buying now that
But
I
there's
have
a method to
chil-
sports card.
now that I have children that buy sports cards, and as like an avid sports card collector as a kid, it's a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
Sports cards are no different than the Trump coin. We go buy a box of cards for what? We open a piece of paper, plastic that says, "Oh, I got a fucking Josh Allen fucking hologram."
Right.
That's nonsense.
But the problem is you can't do like a rug pull on a sports card like you, I mean, you can, but they don't, like you can on
what's
a
the
coin.
rug pull? The whole thing is a rug
What
pull.
I'm saying is it's like if there was like, I got a Mickey Mantle rookie card and oh my God, this thing's worth $20,000. But then they just said, hey, fuck it. We're going to make 5 million more Mickey Mantle rookie cards. Now it's worth nothing. That's what happens with these shit coins.
This
And
new age cards, like my kids will get a rookie card and I'll be like, oh my God, you got a Jaden Daniels rookie card, which
Yeah.
he's a rookie of the year, best rookie ever. So I go look it up because I'm like, oh, this is really nice. You got to put in a sleeve. I give him a sleeve, a protector, put it in. There's like 17 different versions of Jaden Daniels
Yeah.
rookie card.
yeah.
It's
No,
a
I
rug
agree.
pull. It's a fucking scam.
Yeah.
Cards are a scam. Coins are a scam. So do we ban any of it or we just let the free market go fuck each other in the ass?
I think we're going to let the free market
Yeah.
do whatever they want. And
If you're
It-
dumb enough to lose all your
it's
money.
turned into Bitcoin is the S&P, Ethereum's the S&P, and everything else is options.
Right. Right.
Because
Yeah, it's
people
just-
rather have options than get 20% a year.
It's just crazy. Like even if like
'Cause
one
the
day AI
chance-
took over and
the
we do.
chance you could make it is why you bet that.
But here's my question. One day if AI takes over and we have to do universal basic income, you're going to have to like deposit money into people's accounts daily as like a stipend so they don't just get their monthly check and blow it all on options and sports betting. Like what are you going to do?
I think you got to
All right,
just.
so-
We're not built
so
to like handle.
But that's happening with welfare, EBT, all those types of
So
things.
all three of
I know,
us,
but you get
right?
stuck on it.
We've been around young employees for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm around your company daily. Everyone wants to get rich quick.
Always.
But it wasn't like that when we were in our 20s.
Because there was no option.
And you didn't see it every day. The problem is right now you see fucking Josh Richards and all these kids and all like you see people constantly getting rich. It seems like
Like when we were 25, I don't know anyone that was like, I need to be a millionaire tomorrow.
Yeah, because
but
it was
that's not what
impossible.
it on TikTok.
Now, some idiot, it could be one idiot that made money off Trump coin. Probably one person in the world made money off Trump coin. One.
Or didn't even just literally like rented a Lamborghini for the day and said he made money off Trump coin and now he's rich and people believe it.
What's interesting is funny you say that. So today I'm taking my kids to the basketball game they're playing in, and we're driving down. I forgot to make a left on La Brea, so I drive down Hollywood Boulevard, past Chinese
Theater,
all that,
Mhm.
and I'm making a left on Highland. And on Hollywood Boulevard, I never go down Hollywood.
Yep.
It's just chaotic. I see there's like 10 cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, Cybertrucks. And
What was
so
going
To
on?
rent, right?
to rent. So the Dominic's like, what's that? I want that pink Cybertruck.
Yeah.
And he's like, how much is that? I go, $125. He's like, what do you mean? They want $125?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like, for 1 hour, you can have for $125.
Yeah.
He's like, let's get it.
Oh, they're renting the car?
Yeah, it's like a car rental business.
They have like a really shitty, like, if you're a tourist and you want to rent a Ferrari for an hour and go drive through Beverly Hills, you can rent it for really cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, probably nobody goes for an hour. It's probably 3 hours and it's like $1,000.
And you post it on your TikTok and say, I just got rich off Trump coin. And now.
Yes, it's all fake because I saw like these good-looking young kids taking pictures in front of all the cars.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of traffic. And I was like, there you go. Bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's a social media thing.
Because you guys both have like smart employees. And I hear the conversations in the office and everyone is
because you
on to the
know
next.
someone that potentially have made money. So you're like, I mean, every one of our friends is doing it. A lot of our friends, not even everyone of our friends, a lot of our friends are quietly like, I'll put some money in that Trump coin. I'll put some money in that.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not doing it to risk
I think the percentage of their wealth.
Yeah, they are.
Though.
Why would you buy it then?
No, but I
mean,
think the percentage of their finances versus a young
Even if it's
person.
0.02%, the fact that they did it means that they think there's a hope.
Right. To be honest with you, I don't think it's silly to like try to play the game. It's what I think is more ridiculous is the people that like you just can never get out of living check to check and being broke because you're sports gambling and betting on all these coins.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
And you're just broke every day.
Yeah.
And cost of living is only going up.
Right.
All right. Before we end, did you guys watch the press conference between Karen Bass, Donald Trump, Brad Sherman, and all of the great leaders of Los Angeles the other day?
Loved it. And I also just want to give one extra thing is that just in general, the first week of presidency was just nonstop action. No matter where you sit on the side, it was just constant action.
Executive orders.
Yes, press conferences, fucking stopping in Vegas, stopping in, or in Nevada, stopping in.
I don't understand how he's 78.
I don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway,
he's
for
got to
us,
be on something.
Yeah, he's definitely on. I mean, Rogan always says he's on something.
Amphetamines of some sort.
Yeah, because like there's no way you can have that energy.
I don't get how you could. But so
because you're not sleeping, you're not doing anything, you're traveling.
No. He's fat.
You're on a plane. He's fat as
he's
shit.
not healthy. Yeah. So look, for us Angelinos, the big highlight was he came here, visited the devastation zone, and then did this press conference with the mayor and others. And I mean, I thought it was pretty great.
I the reason why I liked it, and it's funny because like I ran into a lot of people that have very different views on it. Mm-hmm. One was like, oh, it's a circus, he's a clown, whatever. Then obviously people that appreciate it. Objectively, the one thing that I liked about it was he held the mayor accountable.
Yeah.
And the mayor said, I'm going to move it fast.
Yeah, especially on the time. Yeah.
Yes. And forget all the ego shit that all those two have. If Karen Bass moves on cleaning up the site as fast as she said on the press conference, success for both of them.
Yeah.
Not just Trump, both of them.
Agreed.
They both deserve their kudos if that's what happens, because people that own homes in those areas, they want to get started on the future.
Yeah. Right.
They are fucking fucked.
Right.
And they want to move on. Right. And that area, if you're going to sit there and do environmental zone studies and this and that, yes, shit's fucked. It's poison. It's cancerous. It's all of it.
Yeah.
But these people have made their decision. They don't care.
Yeah.
They want to move on.
Yeah.
So we got to help them get to the point where they feel comfortable with moving on and getting the progress on.
Yeah.
I think he made some points and some of it was a little like kind of crossing the line, but those are things you should do in private. Why is it a press conference?
Because otherwise it doesn't work. You have to embarrass people today. That is today's climate.
And I also think everyone wants to get.
Disagree, John. If you don't,
I just have a different take than both of you.
No, in terms of actually getting things done.
My take is just a little bit different than both of you. It's kind of in the middle, which is that I didn't think it was. I thought, to me, that looked like what an effective conversation looks like.
Yeah.
Like it was just like
Conflict
I
is
actually
good.
thought she handled it really well.
Yeah.
I didn't think he like made fun of her or belittled her or said anything disrespectful. I thought she handled it well, but I thought that like if you're trying to actually move the ball forward and not just be political and look good on TV, that just felt to me like an effective conversation.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
might not have been
and I
super
think
pretty.
She actually
She did great.
She said, like, I'm going to get it done.
She did great. I thought she handled it great.
Yeah,
To me, it felt like,
And like, I'm not even a Bass fan, to be on the record.
Yeah,
I'm not
and-
a Bass fan.
And to me, as just a like citizen who's affected by that leadership, it just felt like, oh, people are actually working. Like I'm seeing the work get done. I'm seeing the tough conversations happen.
Yeah,
I'm seeing the frustrated homeowners and the president and then the mayor. And it looks like they're actually getting to some sort of resolution that I think will be better than it would have before that. It might not look pretty. It might not have been staged, but I didn't feel like it was disrespectful or rude. It felt effective.
Yeah,
And I
agree. And I think that's
So-
what needed to happen.
So I actually have a handful of friends that have been affected, and I actually don't know what's going on with their rebuild demolition. Do you guys have any insight
I
on any of
don't.
your friends?
They don't know.
I think it's paused still.
Yeah, they don't know. They're waiting. Everyone's waiting. I think it's look, for those that don't live in LA, we had pretty insane rain today.
Yeah.
And there's tweets
Positives
that saying
and
that's
negatives of that.
bad.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Even the rain?
I thought it was good.
I
I thought it was
I
good.
thought it was all good.
We-
It's like, yo, flood
So we were in the
warning.
valley today for a kids basketball game, and I took Laurel Canyon over, and I just like saw what happens when heavy rains. So there was hail in Studio City today.
Really?
Hail during the kids basketball. We walked out. There was fucking ice on the floor, and then we're driving
hell?
over Laurel Canyon, and we saw just the mess that happens of like 1 hour of rain.
Yeah. Like just branches and shit in the road.
Yeah,
and-
there's just dirt and whatever. And it's, we live in a environmentally sensitive area
Crazy.
where you get a couple days of rain, shit gets ugly fast. And so we have like an air quality thing in our car
Yeah.
where it tells you the air quality has been really bad for the last week.
Yeah.
And today the kids were like, I want to see it. I want to see it. It was so low because of the rain.
Yeah.
So I do think there was a lot of benefit of it. And I don't think it was too much rain.
Yeah. I think it's a net positive.
Yeah,
It's just funny to see like
Yeah.
mudslides, fucking sandbags. Like, and I was like, damn,
And
dude.
they said like the carcinogens are going to increase because
Yeah.
of the rain and Palisades. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know what to believe.
I don't either. But look, I think at the end of the day, I think it's a net positive. I think if nothing else, obviously we needed it so bad. I think that risk that like, it felt like there was also a risk that any psycho could just take a lighter and start a new fire because everything was so dry. And so hopefully that is a little bit subdued.
Yeah, hopefully you subdue arson.
Someone we know, I'll tell you after the pod, during the peak of the Sunset Fire, went driving around and found arsonist in the Hollywood Hills.
Really?
Yes.
Did he go looking for that?
Yes.
And it was what, just kind of like homelessy looking people? Like, how
Not
did he
quite.
know what they were arsonists?
I'll just sound like a racist, so I'll stop.
Right. But
Yeah.
did they have lighters or just, there was just odd people out of place walking around the hills?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Odd people. And
I
then
saw a couple of videos of that actually.
They've
Well,
Where
confronted
people
them.
confronted people.
They
Yeah, yeah.
confronted them, and
Yeah.
they basically said,
Well,
"What are you racist? This, that."
You might know him. I don't know him. Brian Nogard. He was like a senior at Tinder. I think he was a CMO or
Okay.
he was top.
I
And
saw him during the fires. Yeah.
SpaceX. Like, you know, he's like invested. He's obviously done really well.
Mhm.
He's been chronicling on Twitter all his interactions with people. He's approaching
Like
them
shady, yeah.
and saying like, these aren't people that live by us. These
Right.
aren't people that.
No, shit's going down.
I saw one where a guy looked like he was like at Runyon or like at a hiking trail and like confronted a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, this is what I'll say. The rain has come, so hopefully that'll ease a lot of the issues, and I think it'll make it a lot harder for a lot of the arson type behavior. And then look, you guys have we all have a similar take. I think at the end of the day, no matter what you feel about Trump, to me, that press conference and all of the action that's going on in LA at least feels effective. It feels like these people are saying, fuck that. We're not going to wait. We're not going to whatever. We need to get this shit handled. Not just Trump, but it even seems like the people that are in charge of the rebuilding process and I think the sober
people
off.
need to be challenged.
Yeah.
Generally.
But it feels, I don't know. I just feel like people, like I said, I keep using the word effective. It feels like people are saying,
yeah,
let's get shit done.
Yeah, I agree. I know there's a lot of fear about Deepseek.
Let's just ban it tomorrow and move on.
Ban it tomorrow.
Do you think Sachs can get it banned? He's the chief AI czar.
I think it's a bigger issue now with China of like the overall. I think TikTok and Deepseek and all this are
TikTok is honestly JV. This is varsity.
I know, but I'm saying I think all of this is also going to go into the tariff conversation and I think this is now a huge.
I think we should ban anyone from China to watch Patrick Mahomes.
Deepseek is honestly one of the biggest security threats we've ever had. We thought
I agree.
TikTok was the canary in the coal mine.
By far.
This is all our corporate secrets.
By far. Yeah. Plus it's also just when you tie in like AI, just who knows what ability that has.
Imagine if every corporation, like every VC firm or VC backed firm tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Is going to be using Deepseek.
If they do, that's insane. You think they will?
If
100%.
you're an American company, I'm here telling you.
How would you be so stupid?
Here, by the way, I know there's cheaper. I know there's a lot of American companies listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of founders. You're a traitor if you use
Your employees
Deepseek.
will be using Deepseek tomorrow.
I will ban it.
Let's ban it. I'll find out.
If anyone
we'll talk
uses
on Wednesday.
Deepseek at Ghost, you're fucking fired.
You're out to China.
Don't point at me. I'm
Don't
not
ever
employed.
use Deepseek.
I'm telling you,
America first. It's America first.
Say
every VC-backed firm struggles for profitability.
Right.
And everyone wants AI. This is 1/10 of the cost to use it.
If they, it's so crazy. It's so
how are you going to tell someone
I know
to not use it?
They're smart,
you ban
dude.
it from the App Store.
I think China's playing the long game of like, they know this. They know what you just said. You make it free, you get way bigger payoff.
I don't think China is that smart. They're fucking dead in the water.
I think they're playing the long game.
I think that, like, you saw the Cotu dude. He was talking about the manufacturing, how they have all the, like, even if NVIDIA has more successful GPUs, they'll have more because they have power.
Yeah.
And we have no power.
Yeah, the power is a big issue.
Yeah, they're crushing us on that too. They're playing the long game.
Okay, but we have a new leader.
We're over here going back to dances. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Josh Richards is dancing again. That's our big news.
We have a new leader and new leadership. We're going to change.
I thought it was an interesting
We're
point.
gonna have nuclear.
It was an interesting
power
point
plants.
how we kind of got played. Because in 2001, 2002, we were like, globalization, let China make all our goods cheaper.
Yeah.
So they invested in all the power and energy and everything to make our goods cheaper.
Yeah.
We didn't predict AI. And now they have all the power to do
catch
AI.
up fast on that. But guess what? We're going to give them Fauci.
Take him.
They're going to tear the whole country down.
Send him to Wuhan.
Yeah. He's the one who invented Wuhan.
If every week is like last week, we'll be a totally different country in 4 years.
But the power thing's real.
For better or for worse.
Right.
Who's going to invest in power in America to not let
everybody?
A million. There's so hold on. There's Deepseek last week. We didn't even know what it was till like Thursday.
Yeah.
How many more Deepseeks are coming?
We're going to nuke them all.
We got to make some big moves.
Yeah, we're going to make big moves.
Okay.
Obviously, America's always.
He does.
I'm glad Sachs is at the top.
It's pretty crazy, like to waltz in there into a brand new position that never even existed.
And
to now you're going to be like the busiest dude in the group. You know what I mean?
The most important.
He's honestly like bigger than Department of Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went from like,
by the way, I'm so glad that he is in that position.
I don't
not
agree.
Nancy Pelosi.
I'll be very clear. Like, I don't
Elizabeth
agree with
Warren.
a lot of his policies, but he's fucking a brilliant fucking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we want.
Brilliant.
Because it would have been fucking AOC and Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
If you listen, I mean, look, I don't want to go, seems pretty reliable. If you listen to that Andreessen Rogan episode, which I know you did, I think both of you, did you listen to it?
I listened to it. Yeah. He was on Lex Fridman.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
I saw the clips. I need to watch. He's so boring. Lex.
I know that's the problem.
Lex Friedman's so boring.
He's just so monotone. But if you believe what Mark Andreessen was saying about how hard the previous administration was making it to do AI and to do anything, I mean,
no, this administration is the right administration.
The AI thing, I think Deepseek is like the equivalent of like launching a missile to America. And not a nuclear war, but it's a missile.
Yeah, it's just funny that like
if you were to think what Zuck, Sundar, and Satya are talking to Sachs today, what are they saying?
They're just saying ban it.
It's banned
over and over and over.
Like Sam, I think is done. I think OpenAI is done.
I mean,
well, Sam's done because
it's his only thing is that one thing. These guys all have cash flow from
accusing him of sexual assault.
Is that ramping up?
It should be. And then my poor Indian brother got killed.
Right.
Who?
OpenAI. Just smoking people out here.
Yeah. The engineer.
Oh yeah,
guy,
the Indian dude.
Yeah.
He killed him. Yeah. So I think OpenAI is toast.
They killed him.
I want the OpenAI fucking Netflix.
I'm done with OpenAI.
Microsoft and Google have so much cash flow, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But they're probably like looking like, how the hell did this happen? And we couldn't figure this out.
Justin Timberlake could play Sam Altman.
Maybe Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He did Snowden.
I mean, I would love to. I mean, I guess it's probably
Timberlake could play him because he's got the curly hair kind of.
But it's just like I feel like we're probably only on episode 3.
Just killed the Indian.
Take out the Indian. Shut him up. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, look, it's going to be week 1 was insane.
It's so good.
Blockbuster.
Like it or not, he's getting shit done.
Yeah, no matter what side you're on, it is nonstop entertainment. From going from like pretty crickety from the White House to nonstop action.
So
I'm
this
riveted.
Week, we have Deepseek. We're gonna have a big drop in the NASDAQ tomorrow. We have all the big tech earnings coming out this week.
Yep.
And let the party begin.
Could be a bloody week for the market.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, who knows? And we know Trump doesn't like that. Yeah.
No, that's all he cares about.
Right.
The scoreboard.
Right.
Yeah. Ban it and the stock goes up.
Yep.
Ban Deepseek,
ban it.
Stock goes up.
Yep.
You have to ban it.
It's kind of crazy.
Really crazy.
It's fun.
Okay, we did it.
We did it. I want to give a big shout out to my brother,
Josh
Patrick
Allen.
Mahomes.
Your brother.
Yes.
Not me.
Not you. My brother, Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
My little brother.
Yeah.
No, the last thing I want to close on in a serious note.
Yeah.
It's 5 years since Kobe passed.
Right.
And since we're an LA podcast.
Yeah, R.I.P. Kobe.
He is literally the greatest icon in Los Angeles history, in my opinion.
It's crazy how it's like still so sad.
Yeah. It is really sad.
You know? It's like even when I see the post today, I'm like, God.
You know what the problem with, I'll tell you, the real issue with Kobe's passing is that you knew there was another life ahead of him.
Yeah.
And that's
what already happened. He won the Oscar.
No, but it's not even that. It's just like,
even like the way he was mentoring every athlete.
I know, it just felt like you would love to see him today.
Yeah.
Whereas like, you know, a lot of people pass and you felt like they left, you know, past their prime. I didn't feel like Kobe left past his prime. Like,
no, in terms of like accomplishments,
no, he's more of his impact on society. Like he hadn't left his biggest impact left on society.
And I think when he passed, it was very clear what he meant to the city. But the last thing I want to add on that, it was very eerie. So this morning we all woke up and we saw all the posts that, you know, this was 5 years from his passing. And this is the first time the year passing was on the exact Sunday. And then we wake up, it's Sunday, gloomy, it's raining.
Right, like the same type of day.
Same type of day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, are we in a simulation? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I will say the one thing, I told my wife this the other day. I said, you know, January of 2020, Kobe died and it proceeded to be like the worst
really
year
bad
ever.
Stuff, yeah.
Right.
And this year has been the fires and a lot of other really bad things have happened. I'm like, fuck, I can't do another 2020.
No.
I physically, mentally cannot.
No, we're good. We got the fires out of the way early. That was our tragedy for the year.
That's a big one. And I
now-
think like there's just a lot of like tension broadly. And I don't know if people have it, the mental
Right.
capacity to handle.
We got to ban Deepseek.
Yeah, you got to take out Deepseek.
Well, come on, Trump.
Yeah.
Baron.
Baron, step up.
Baron, you know,
This is on Baron.
He's
the
the
memes of him
Yeah.
standing over the White
When I
House.
like when he's just like walking and he's just like a giant.
It's so funny. It's so good.
Even Sack said in the inauguration, he's like, no one can see me because the Trump kids are so
Yeah.
tall.
It's so good. I love it. Okay.
But yeah, R.I.P. Kobe. We're LA podcast, so we got to represent
Yeah,
for
big time.
All right, we got some. We're gonna end with some YouTube comments. At Tyler Culbertson, the benevolent friction between the brothers is entertaining.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's classic.
like a fighting.
Classic part of group chat.
At Jared Show 3789. I just listened to Open Residency podcast and it was incredible. It was motivating to hear D talk about ghosts and describe the company they're building. It legit got me fired up. The episode was so inspiring that I've applied for every job opening at Ghost.
That's amazing.
Why is he ha-haing?
Come on, Jared, if you're serious, pull up to the
Also,
office.
Jared, I mean, what are you good at?
Yeah.
You can't be good at everything. He's like, fuck
Come
it,
on,
dude.
Jared. If you want a job, you pull up to the fucking office.
I heard D's looking for Deepseek experts. So,
I mean, if Deepseek works, he can fire half his company.
Yeah.
right.
Shout outs to Chris Thanen from Mary Siegfried. Happy birthday, honey. I love you endlessly. 37, never looked younger. Thank you for getting me on this podcast so I can learn something other than true crime. The debates and laughter bring us together. You're the smartest person I know and teach me something new every day. So don't stop listening. We love the pod and can't wait for more success to find you. Can't wait for his reaction to this. Wow, nice shout out.
Happy birthday, Chris. 37.
I used to look at 37 and be like, that's old.
Yeah, me
And
too.
now I'm too old.
Yeah.
I'm fucking old as shit. I was at my kid's friend's birthday thing the other day, and the father was he's like, I just turned 38. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
38?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's funny. Like, I think I just reached the age where you realize you're like kind of getting old,
Yeah.
you know?
You didn't have kids.
I need to.
Yeah.
Why does that help somehow?
No, you feel younger.
You feel younger?
Yeah, because there's other
you're
people
playing?
that are way older that have kids.
Right. Okay. Well, if anyone out there wants some kids,
You can
Shout
make that
out-
happen. There's
shout
a
out
lot of
to you.
technology right now.
Right. Shout out to whichever sweet little Kathy out there.
A little young Kathy.
Also, breaking news, the U.S. is no longer imposing tariffs on Colombia as they have agreed to all of President Trump's terms, including the acceptance of all migrants from the U.S. per Bloomberg.
I need to fact check it. I can't.
On that note, we're out of here. Everyone have a great week. Peace.